everybody, welcome to another video. On today's video I have this Volvo V50 2012. This is a petrol automatic, and I'm going to change the spark plugs. So to change the spark plugs, first I'm going to remove this cover here, and that is going to reveal the coil packs. So we need to loosen these bolts here. That's a 7mm. This engine has platinum plugs, but the reason I'm changing them is because I get a little bit of juddering when I'm driving, and I think that is related to the plugs. But then I notice there is oil here. So it could be that this rocker cover is leaking oil into the plugs and causing this issue. Nevertheless, I'm gonna show you how to access the plugs if you need to change them. In this procedure you could also change the coil packs if you needed to, because the coil packs are these ones here, and we have to take them out in order to change the plugs. Okay, that is got a lot of oil in it. As you can see, it's dripping. That plug is full of oil in there. So let me just show you. That there is completely covered on oil. The other three are okay, but this one is not. So I'm going to remove the plugs, and I'm going to try to soak some of that oil, otherwise it will go into the cylinder, it will burn, and it could well, it could damage the cat. So we better absorb some of that. Okay, I have my spark plug socket here. This is an M10. Usually these have a little rubber in there, so you can take the plug, the plug sticks to the rubber, and then you can pull it out once you undone it. But my little rubber is missing, so that is a bit tight. May need my two hands here. Just gonna use some nose pliers to pull them out. You can see even that is full of oil. And also, those plugs are a little bit worn, to be fair. You can see the gap is pretty big there. Got my new plugs. These are the ones I'm using. Laser Iridium Premium TR5AI-13, stock number 90813. Just make sure that there is a gap between this part here. I'm not exactly going to check the gap there. This usually comes preset, but just make sure there is a gap. Sometimes plugs can get damaged in transition, and maybe that filament there, the little filament could be closed. And now I'm just going to screw these on by hand. So as you may be able to see, the next job I need to do this is the rocker cover. I don't know if there's a gasket on it or it's just some type of glue type of gasket that's on it. Okay. Once you get them in by hand, you know they're going in the correct direction. The last thing you want to do is damage the thread on them. And I did check one time sort of what force to tighten these, and I think it was around 30 Newton meters. It's not really more than that. So ideally you don't want to damage your cylinder head. That would be tragic. So just go careful with when you tighten these. Okay, at least got 3 of them in there. And again, these, how much can you really tighten those to? 8 Newton meters or just something like that, because they are quite fragile little bolts. So you don't want to break them. They will easily break or go round and damage the thread. So literally just close them, give them a tiny tightening force, and that's it. They're only holding that down, but they're not gonna come loose and cause any problem. Right. Okay, let's take this plug out. It's a little bit tight. Okay, so just got that out. It's fairly soaked. This socket is an M10, but the actual size is 16 mil. So those plugs are actually 16 mil socket size. Okay, I cleaned that up. Okay, pretty much finished here. Just before I put the cover back on there, I'm gonna start the car, make sure it's running well. Okay, so it's all running fine. I put that in there. That cover just plugs in there. And that's it. So, having done that, and I hope this video helps. So don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video. Thank you for watching.